Praise your holy name.
Bum, 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 bip, bip.
Hallelujah.
Greetings to one and all, or so I say to more than quite a few of you. How are you doing, my social media family? Being of any subscribers and or visitors alike who are affiliated or associated with and are representing my own YouTube social media channel and likewise chat room. And how are any of your loved ones, family members, and friends in your different households? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. Not bad yet to be said, stated for the record, all right. But not best of all to be put like this here, whereas any of your persons among yourselves can or could possibly claim to have become or be, and hopefully the same can or could possibly be said or in due regard in reference to me and mine sometime, in the future again, if not as a present given time, whereas anybody could possibly claim to have become or be blessed and stressed, more blessed and stressed, or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. And moving right along. Regardless of how, these crazy weather temps of Mother Nature is proven to have become or be quite phenomenal. Well, that's not the half of it. That's it. I'm thinking about that movie called The Wrecking Ball, I guess. With Dean Martin playing the part of, a secret agent, like James Cornburn for a TV show series production, for that matter, as well as possibly a movie. I don't know. I think I got the actress name correct. The last name. What was I saying? Now I'm having a president-elect JB Joe Biden moment, I guess. Can't remember what I was supposed to be getting to of a line of thought. Or a record-breaking weather temps. Don't God work in mysterious ways to bring it back to mind? And as it is, more than seem like it's fulfilling biblical prophecy. And it has been a funky one today, you all. But then don't be like ready to be like, come on out around the world. They'll be dancing in the streets. And the life you save may be your own, especially if you are, having a bit of the bubbly in one regard and or another. Be you drinking or using, down in the bottle or the pipe, depending on what you claim to choose as your poison. And you ain't got to go home from here. But you ain't got to go home, but you got to go from here. Now I sound like a dry drunk. I'm supposed to be in recovery. Well, hopefully not that much more. Sound like, JB, President-elect, Joe Palooka, Joe Schmo, Joe Schmuck, Joe Crook Biden. He finally conceded, that running again to become president of the USA for the next 4 years and handed the torch over to his VP, vice president. Good luck with that one. I still want, the DT to get back into the White House. DT, Donald Trump. especially being as I am, hold that thought, a Trump supporter among others, to combat the diseased minds of Biden supporters, supporting that baby killer, abortion supporter as he was, attempting to come off like he's a version of Vinnie Barbarino, the male character from the Welcome Back Carter TV show, comedy, sitcom series, production of vintage classic pop culture. Who, what, when, where, why? Did I steal $1 million or $1.5 million from somebody? What do you say? It's time for me to go belly by. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the urinal. I didn't know it was the punch bowl that is supposed to, entertain any visiting dignitaries, the diplomats, the ones named Benjamin Nahu. We had given them the October 7th, and yet they still singing Nagila Haba. Your main one, Mr. Grant. Osama bin Laden's stench in our nostrils of democratic government loving peoples, or peoples or persons who love democracies like so, Mr. Grant. And that's why you got pop and drop. So everybody, speaking on that last mention, what's popping, what's dropping, what's hopping? Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And then somebody had an attempt to come off like Jack Frost nipping at something of another member of the human physical body, as in the ear. For what was that? When did that happen? That Donald Trump attempted assassination. Something like within the last couple of weeks. And he got popped and dropped. That joke. Did he not? He brought that on himself. Then none of my white peeps and white folks is gonna let anybody attempt to, be nibbling on my ear with something, if you know what I mean. Read between the lines, fill in the blanks. After all, I'm down with the cause, man. I be up on it. Be an American patriot in the Trump army, not the Biden army. Or should I say the Biden Navy? To try to make America great again. My Trump family, or whatever, racism, practically, if not possibly, whatever walks of life, factions, society, lifestyle, preferences, for any being of which are closer to normal and traditional, that is. Get out the vote, y'all. Get Trump back in the White House in November 2024. Then I got a scheduled date appointment of a housing inspection coming tomorrow. I had to speed down, do some crash course cleaning, house cleaning chores on short notice to prepare. The management of the building just come out of the blue. Come on, you got to get your house in order, I'm hoping not like this weather I'll be needing You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your house in order. You know, like the King is coming, second coming of Christ. Then hopefully more than quite a few will get their house in order when it comes to that. Where you be more than out of doors. Won't make it past the pearly gates and be thrown into the lake of fire, damn hell, as a homeless one otherwise. And then I have to renew my apartment rental lease. Then I know I have my salvation in Christ regardless. How at times I play the part of the devil's advocate unless we've been a prodigal son. Because lately I've been cussing and swearing like a drunken sailor. And more often than not, possibly or probably been because of the negative demonic influences of this main neighbor from down here, being of a local drug pusher who resides as a tenant on the same floor level, a couple few apartment doors down from me in the building here. And it's really bad neighborhood, being as it is. Read between lines, fill in the blanks of one of the less preferred ones, if you know what I mean. One that is more poverty stricken and more crime ridden. One of the worstest ones yet of a vicinity area neighborhood communities. And therefore my present proverbial neighbors from down here among the public nuisance problem neighbors, especially the main one, are some of such the worstest ones yet. And with the main one, he has threatened my life verbally a number of times. From following me into the business office and management, when all I was thinking about going in there to do is to renew my apartment rental lease last year. Then I had to do it this year now, just about a few days away. But then the housing inspection for my own unit of place residence tomorrow. From him following me, the main neighbor from down here, getting back to some such other line of thought to complete it, form of pre-filing. From him following me into the business office of management, real estate administrative representative personnel, and then flipping the script and making it seem like he's the victim, when he has put me through a living down hell enough as it is and continues to do so, as he himself assumes that he has a legit personal vendetta grudge match against my person. So sitting on a stoop outside the building in the dead of night, whereas he may as well have been sitting out there in damn hot ass summer season, as well as he pulled that crap during a damn cold ass winter season. Oh, excuse my language, friend. I told y'all I've been cussing, swearing like a drunken sailor. And whereas he was getting back to some sort of, he was cussing me, verbally threatening my life. Was I called the police on him for that? To him riding his bike up on me, whereas he was just a few inches in back of me, and then he rolled alongside me, and he was a few inches, from me as well. He didn't bother to say excuse me, so I knew from there that he did that on purpose. So I called the police on him for that as well, especially as he had come so close, whereas he could have hit me with his bike, as well as he could have bopped me in the head with something, creeping like he had done or did. To him running down the sidewalk, wayside and exit the building to pull that crap with one hand in his coat or jacket pocket like he's packing heat, whereas I was about to catch a train for the public train station across the street from the building here, and I had to give that some second thought and change my mind and decided to catch a bus instead. So I called the police on him again for that criminal incident, as it had become or was in his own right to be compared on to the other criminal incidents, which I had mentioned. To him waiting in the front entrance and exit way of the building. I just come back from a hospital feeling sick as a dog, And whereas from there, I had to do a U-turn, take a detour elsewhere, try to get into the building via one of the back doors to some of such. Well, there's one back door to the building compared to the other one, whereas he goes in and out of that one more than the other one. And mainly or mostly the one next to my apartment door. And whereas, a person would have to prop something in between the door and the border to come and go as one self pleases, compared to the other back door to the building, where you can come and go as easily as you please, compared to the other one, the one next to my apartment door, because there's something wrong with the lock mechanism. And so he put something in to prop it in. As I'm coming into the building via one of the back doors to some of such, I barely made it into my apartment of a unit's atmosphere place of residence and close and lock my door. He's coming in through that same back door, being that one next to my apartment door, as he had something propped in there. And he's cussing his excuse me. I haven't passed wind, that's natural body function. As long as the spirit don't lead me otherwise, be it somebody attempting to, do a headshot on me. Talk about somebody attempting to assassinate former ex-president Donald J. Trump, for that matter. But anyway, getting back to me, being my person. But then none of my white peeps and folks or any races of my peeps and folks is going to let anything happen to me. All right, anytime too soon. If somebody could possibly think about doing a Donald Trump on me, or what you call John Wilson Booth number, or Lee Harvey Oswald number on me. All right, yeah, yeah. But anyway, though, so getting back to some such other. So he's standing outside my apartment door as he come through the back door to the building for the one out of two, the one next to my apartment door. He's standing outside, cussing and swearing outside my apartment door, misbehaving mouth, misbehaving like he himself is practically, if not possibly, about to kick my apartment door in. And when my cell phone was dying, I barely got off an emergency tail call to the police, while I'm recharging it, yeah, at that given moment in time. So I had to take care of the necessary business and squash that as well. But anyway, though, and moving right on, I have had quite a bit of a day, and I still have yet to get my credentials, the paperwork documents to renew my apartment rental lease. Whereas the scheduled appointment for that is later on from the housing inspection tomorrow. Then I'm going to conclude on this last no arrangements by saying, if you have not gotten Christ as your own personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in vein, by recognizing, realize what he himself had done or did upon the cross of Calvary to fulfill biblical prophecy, to restore the breach between humankind and he himself as God in human flesh, so that you don't have to go to hell with the rest of the unsaved, lost, down human souls, the unbelieving and unbelieving, but so that you could go to heaven, be among other like-minded believers and God and his angels, and be down there with the devil and the demons and the unsaved. Peace.